Wrong sound effect. Hey, how everybody doing? Thinking game number 90. I'm trying to get to 100.
Boy,
Everybody, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Help us power up like Super Mario.
for sure, for sure.
The Thinking Game is where we're talking about self-improvement and life topics. And we talk from a perspective of growing up and overcoming living in the inner city. And while we're doing that, let's bless the fire. One of the best voices. So, getting into our first topic. And we might have some others pop in. We'll see how their schedule go. But the warm-up, Most Def, a.k.a. Yassine Bey. I guess that's how you say his name, Yassine Bey.
Yeah, you did.
Is it Hebrew Israelite? Is it Hebrew Israelite?
Be whatever you want to be, you know.
I don't know. He not
I let
nobody
people.
more
I
from
let
Power
people
Rangers.
do it. I let people do their thing.
Nah,
and
you know they
say,
change their name. They change their name to something when they turn Israelite though.
yeah.
He thinks that Drake music identifies with shopping. He's pretty much like a little sneak dish. Is he being genuine or is he slick hating on Drake?
I mean, I think it's his opinion first. First of all, but a lot of people like just hate on Drake. He don't write his own music. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that, and it's just whining about this man's success. I mean, everybody likes him. All his albums sell, his concerts sell out. People like him. They say what you want about him or how he does things. He sells records.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I don't understand the kind of the hate. He just does it. And a lot of times we say people are, genuine. They can really sing. They can really rap. But a lot of people's Mount Rushmore of rappers aren't really, really successful. They get all this credit and acclaim from their peers, but they can't. They aren't selling records,
right?
Like Drake is. Like you can.
Yeah.
A lot of people can name 10 rappers that rap better than Drake, but who sells more than Drake? You know what I mean? Who's more popular? Who's who's getting their money? He makes money with. He's 30-something years old and he's making music for kids. That's hating because they're buying the money or they're buying the records. He's evolving his style. I mean, he's been out like for 20 years and he's still relevant. You know what I mean? That is very hard to do. They don't give him credit about that, but he's been in the top 100 for 20 years. You know what I mean? I don't know when let's say I don't like all of his music, but I can't deny the man's talent.
Yeah. I'm going to say Yassine Bey, man. He was getting emotional. Man. When you see somebody, sometimes part of success is the hate and the people that love you at the same time. But you have those people that's like, man, why my career didn't go super crazy like that? You know what I'm saying? Why? But Drake caters to a crowd. His music is more catered to the majority and not the minority. And I think, Most Def was more for the minority and not the majority. You know what I'm saying? Like you really had to like Most Def. It wasn't like, and people don't realize you get into the record business to sell records, whether you try to say you're an artist and you're not really doing that or not, but you're really trying to sell the most records as you can. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to power up, man. And Drake powered up on him, man. So, man, shout out to Drake, man. But sometimes older people do that. I can see like Spice One or something. An older person a rapper hating on Spice One or something like that back in the day. But man, Spice One, he reached out to a certain crowd though. You know what I'm saying?
With the gangster rap. You know what I mean? It's gonna make everybody violent and have such a negative influence on stuff. And let's say I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to be a real lyricist, wordsmith, what have you. And you do this complex rhyme scheme, but nobody's really kind of buying that. You know what I mean? We can recognize your skill, but how many of these people who are recognizing your skill are actually buying those records? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. So, moving to our next topic, and it's called gratitude. First of all, what is gratitude for somebody listening to this? They don't know. I hope somebody know what gratitude is, but it's being thankful for for whatever reason, just being thankful for it. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to be thankful. I guess is that a good definition? Without looking into the dictionary, I
Yeah,
guess.
well, dictionary is always good, but
Yeah.
the action of being thankful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't always have a dictionary though. That's what I'm saying. I think that's the thing. Some people got a dictionary in their head. I just wasn't wired like that. I know it was one dude. He told me in school his dad made him read the whole dictionary. You know what I'm saying? When I was at Dunbar, I think I was like, man, that's crazy. But
And some stuff sound good, like it sounds smart.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But the dictionary is just facts or data, just information. It's no story, it's no start, finish, no introduction. It's just
yeah,
words listed
boy.
with definitions and things like that. And I don't think human memory kind of works like that.
I think I think if you look at that more and you look at like other stuff, we probably gonna get into that here on another slide, but I think it could be a part of your memory, but you will probably not be like watching TV and soaking in culture because you're soaking in education and vocabulary. So I could kind of see that. It's depending on everybody has their own thing they soak up when they growing
Yeah,
up. You know what I'm saying?
it sounds good. Like if you do this enough, it'll catch on to you, right? So
Yeah,
it's only certain amount of like hard things you can learn in your short term memory. Like if
yeah,
you read the first 10 pages of the dictionary, just the first 10,
good
once
enough.
a week, once
Yeah,
every day, not once a week, once every day for a week, and then you move
yeah.
on. The repetition of seeing the same definitions that'll
Mm-hmm.
be incorporated into your long-term memory. But just reading it, I'm gonna read page 1 through 50 today, 50 through 100 tomorrow. I don't think the human brain retains like that. Even if you do that versus over watching TV, you might become a better reader. But I think a good thing for kids, like my dad did me, he gave me
Pill, what's going on,
vocabulary.
baby?
What's going on?
What's going on
Shout
now?
out to Pill.
He gave me a um, book on vocabulary, different words. So I learned one.
Pill, do you got an echo? You got your something
That echo.
echoing.
I think we get feedback from the mic.
Huh?
Now you can't hear me.
No,
Is it me? Hello? No.
it may be me.
Is it me?
You got headphones on, but your computer or your phone volume on too.
What about you? Can you hear it, Jay? Oh, it's done. It's gone now. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
back. Oh,
Is it back? Is it me?
I don't hear it when Peter talks.
but I hear when you and me talk.
Yeah, I think it's coming from Peel's thing. But what can be causing?
Do we? What do you have your speaker set at? Your phone?
Oh,
Okay.
Peel.
Okay,
I'm
now.
I'm just on headphones.
Okay.
I mean, earphones.
Oh, you're just on headphones? Okay.
Headphones on the feedback.
It's all good. We'll roll with it.
But so I learned a new word like every week. I mean, slowly incorporated into my vocabulary versus like
Yeah, this is
reading a
Mike.
dictionary.
I'll come back.
Hold on. Go to the audio settings and see what your mic is set to. It's all good. I'm not tripping about the live. We'll fix that later.
Fix it in production. I mean, this is job.
And,
IT.
it may be echo cancellation.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Okay, it's not echoing.
No, it's not echoing. Yep, good.
It's the
It's not echoing. Huh?
It's the headphone.
Oh, it's the headphones?
Yeah. So y'all probably can't. I don't know. I probably can't hear y'all that good, but we'll roll with it.
Well, if you put the headphones on, maybe it's the speakers in the headphones and the phone trying to fighting with each other. You probably have to change the speaker to the headphone or the mic to the headphones. Cause do the headphones got a mic in them too?
I think so, yeah.
And
You
that's
probably have
what-
to go to the audio settings and change it to the mic of those headphones, or so it won't echo between your phone and the. It's up to you.
Oh,
I just ain't.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, what you saying, AJ? My fault.
No, I mean just you was talking about reading reading the dictionary like every day. You know what I mean? As a source of reading and learning is better than TV. You know what I mean? I think increasing your vocabulary could be anything you do positive. You know what I mean? You and consistently can help you. Like maybe even like learning one word that you don't use or people don't use frequently.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To increase your
depending on where
vocabulary.
you at too, because I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm done.
No, I think like growing up in the hood, man. You just like I don't know. It's like vocabulary is not like super. What am I trying to say here? It's not. Yeah, because like you walk up onto somebody, you start talking like Webster Dictionary. Man, what are you talking about, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that guy's
I don't think you should do that. That's grotesque. I don't think you should do that. That's grotesque, man. What is grotesque? Can you spell grotesque?
And then it'll alienate you in a different way. So
Yeah.
So,
And then next thing you know is
Blade. Ready to die.
now you got to face those consequences because you're over there talking crazy. But the next category in that slide is being thankful for what parents have. Terrence sent us this topic. Shout out to Terrence. Parents have are doing in our lives.
yeah,
Should you
sometimes
be grateful?
sometimes it's kind of hard to be grateful because you think about all the things you don't have as a child. I didn't get the new Jordans. I didn't get this, and I didn't get that. And sometimes it takes being an adult to look back. Hey, my parents gave me 3 meals a day or access to food. You know what I mean? They didn't cook all the time, but I knew it was some noodles in there. And teaching you those things and always having a place to stay, whether it's your grandma's house or your mom's house or cousins or whatever the case may be. That is a hard thing. As a kid, you think it's automatic. That's something you are entitled to, but your parents have to work hard to put clothes on your back, roof over your head, and things like that.
And
So
then you feel like you hear this a lot. You feel like you hear that all the time. But you understand, they tell you that because they don't got the money. You don't realize that till you start making your own money.
yeah, I mean, and I was just like, man, that's a thing that God provides. Because, you don't really know your situation when you're a kid. Having all your cousins in the same house, eating, big meals and things like that. You didn't even know they were struggle meals when you were struggling. You know what I mean? Now you look back as an adult.
Hey, man,
These were some of the funnest times of your life.
Yeah. Some of those struggle meals is better than some of the stuff you get at a restaurant.
Exactly.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, I still be having cravings for King vitamins. I hadn't bought none, but I still be craving them sometimes.
Exactly. It is what it
Power up, man. Them King vitamins power you up before you go to school, man.
For sure. You know what I mean?
What you think, Phil?
Hey, man, I was in and out, man.
Oh, we're talking about being thankful for what your parents, talking to the youth, like being thankful for what your parents have and are doing. I know for me, I think my parents, I know we didn't have a lot of money, but they gave me some awesome genetics, though, that I can't complain about, you know what I'm saying? So, being 6', I think I got that from my mom's side because my grandpa was tall. The tall, my dad actually was short. But he was more muscular, though. He kind of always stayed in shape. And he was kind of like, that's the wrong effect. I'm tripping. Trying to be like Hulk Hogan. That's how my dad was, kind of that way. But yeah, and my mom, she worked hard, man, blue collar, man. She worked 2 jobs for majority of our youth until I started working and start helping pay the bills and stuff. But man, she worked 2 jobs for a while, so being a single parent, so. But yeah, I feel what Jay saying too. Sometimes when you a kid though, you be thinking, man, that's all you be hearing, man.
Yeah.
You be in the room playing the game, like I just asked for some George. You telling me no.
You be acting like
older.
Jordan's cheap or something. Like you don't know how money work. You know what I mean? Timmy get Jordans, but Timmy daddy sell drugs. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I gotta go to
For
work.
And to be honest, I didn't even know we was poor until we started going to school around other people. Like, damn, I guess we not.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know we was poor. Hey, we never went home. Like some people say, hey man, we ain't never go hungry. We might not have had new stuff and new clothes.
Yeah.
Well, we had shoes, but new clothes, nah.
Now being from the country, I think that's kind of why I always like learn different skills and stuff and kind of remember a bunch of stuff because even though we weren't rich, but we always had enough to get by and kind of knew how to solve problems in order to get through situations. And that kind of ingenuity, I guess?
Yes,
engineering, I guess?
Ingenuity.
Like powdered milk, right? You take 1 gallon of milk and make 4 gallons of milk out of powdered milk. I mean, you know what I'm saying? My grandma used to have powdered eggs, or we know we never had to use it. My uncle would be like, be thankful you never had to use that. But, man, my grandma would get commodity food even though she worked at the school district. And I think it was at College Station, but she would still get commodity food just because, government cheese and all that. She would still get all that, plus go to the grocery store. So, I mean, little stuff like that, man, you know what I'm saying? And always been with my uncles and stuff, learning stuff like, say, working on cars or something like that or learning little stuff like that. But you remember this stuff. So when you get old, you can save a lot of money. That's what I tell my wife. She talking about, why you got this compressor in the garage? But, you think about it now, what gas station got compressors at that work? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Especially in the hood.
You be driving around all 7 gas stations to find one that really works. And I think Peel made a good point. You know what I mean? You didn't really know you was poor. You know what I mean? So you got to be thankful for that mindset. And then learning those life lessons, like learning how to work on cars, it was fun. You just want to be doing stuff with your uncle, your dad, and stuff like that, but you were really learning life skills.
Some of it wasn't fun.
Holding.
Like doing drywall as a kid, not fun. Home improvement stuff, not fun.
See how strong your arms are holding up a light.
Because you're not using the power tools. They get you to go get all the stuff, like get the wood out the back of the truck, the heavy wood and stuff. I ain't got a lick of muscles yet. Go get that wood. Go get that drywall off the truck.
Oh, funny, because, my grandpa had me working with the housing authority. I said, man, it got to be some child labor laws.
Man.
I feel like I'm doing all the work. She ain't doing nothing.
Grandma, when you were a child, like my grandma got like a half an acre of land. I'm cutting it with a push mower.
Bad.
Be out there all day cutting grass. Oh, man.
Now, kids got
So, but then moving to the inner city, this is the next part of it. What do a kid do if they don't have an ideal situation with their parents? Because there are people who have both parents. There are people that have single parents. And there are people that have both parents, but the situation is not ideal, you know what I'm saying, whether it's inner city problems, you know what I'm saying, dealing with drugs or ego or stuff like that, or, they never really dealt. Because I didn't realize, like, you don't understand, like, when you get older, like, wait, my parents was raising me, and they was actually in their 30s and 40s. You know what I'm saying?
And then when you get there, when you get to 27, 30, you was like, I don't have it together. Like, my parents didn't really have it together at 30.
Start getting some objective about stuff. Yeah. What you think, Phil?
You need uncles, cousins, somebody to help raise them the right way anyway.
Man.
Yeah. My mom had me when she was young, so we kind of
same here.
Yeah, we kind of grew up together.
And that kind of goes into this next slide, right? The importance of male leadership. How important is that growing up?
and positive leadership at that. You know what I mean? You don't want to be dealing with the predator at home, fighting your own dad. Sure. You know, he get drunk, he want to punch on you. You know what I mean? Or or worse. You know what I mean? So sometimes having a person there just be present and toxic is terrible. You know what I mean? It's worse than not having a person there. But when you have that good positive role model that can lead you and protect you as well is so important. You know what I mean?
You seen that movie Fences?
One person to protect 3 kids.
You ever seen that movie Fences? You ever seen that movie Fences?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like that movie captured a lot of what was happening in the hood, and they don't be talked about a lot, but a high percentage. It seemed like a high percentage of dudes kind of was rough like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you don't realize that's going to have an effect on your kids, girl or boy. That's going to have an effect on your kids. You know what I'm saying? But in their mind, that's kind of how their life is. You know, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? And but having that male leadership, just like say the next one, if a kid is not taught something, that means they're going to learn on their own. That means they're probably going to learn it on their terms, and it's probably not the right terms to learn stuff on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't teach him how to talk to a woman, he going to learn on his terms. So however those terms may fall, that's probably how they going to fall. You know what I'm saying?
Or you learn it from your peers, somebody on your level that learning something from somebody who don't know it. You know what I mean? So it's really it's a big gap in your education and your rites of passage, even becoming a man.
Because you know what's worse than one kid that ain't got a father in the house? You get about 5 or 10 of them together.
He's like, what do you think? Well, I don't know.
Maybe get together like head coaches watching game film. He's just coming up with all kind of stuff.
And then older people will tell you something wrong just to see what happens. They're like, well, let's watch him do it.
Yeah. And I think that's the difference. Like I know I see the difference like now, being around my son, just see the difference. Like some stuff he won't even do. Some stuff he'll look at me and try. He'll see if he can do it.
Yeah.
And then some stuff he'll be like, nah, let me go ahead and ask, because I know if I don't ask, I'm probably going to get in trouble, man. I be seeing how he be thinking. Be pretty funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter, man, she's smart, very smart, man. Man, I have to almost play chess with her sometime, but you know what I'm saying? That's how it works, man.
Yeah, and this the thing, too, like, so they're smart, they're mischievous, you know what I mean? And they still got these sensitive emotions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can be leaders and outgoing 1 minute, the biggest, baddest thing, and then something so small can really hurt their feelings and kind of hurt their egos too. So you gotta teach them how to manage those feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of adults I meet, especially men, don't know how to handle emotions. So when they get mad, the world got to eat. You know what I mean? They got to hit somebody, tell somebody out. I'm not going to work because I'm upset. The world don't stop because you're upset. You know what I mean?
So what about the music, man? You think the music influenced kids when got that male figure? You know what I'm saying? What was one of the songs? I'm gonna play the sound effect. Tell me if you remember this song. Did that have an effect on the culture?
No.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
No.
Yes, it did.
Did it have an effect on who?
Did it have an effect on the culture of dudes growing up?
So is the effect of what's the effect of the culture? Men don't want to treat women right without being called Captain Savers. I'm gonna treat a woman with a little less respect or not cater to her because I don't want to get the label of a captain.
Yeah, perception. It's a little bit of perception, a little bit of, can I score the touchdown without actually putting it on the salary cap? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my mom. Oh, look at my mom. She over here sneak watching. Until they went to the combo store and had to spend their own money. Yeah, I did have to spend my own money. my mom used to laugh at me and say, "Oh, so when it was my money, you want me to buy the Jordans, but you'll go to the combo store and spend $20 with your buddy." Man, I couldn't even imagine how my mama had to deal with me, man. It's crazy, man. It's like playing chess, man. And at some point, she just said, "I'm not doing it, man. It's just too much, man. Dealing with this guy, man." Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, that song, man, changed the game. How to Be a Player. What's that movie? How to Be a Player. That movie changed the game. I mean, dudes thought they could do that, man. That wasn't realistic, man.
Yeah, somewhat.
I mean, you could do it. I'm not saying you can't do it. You can do it, but then, when you try to settle down, I experienced that you can't settle down because you're trying to unlearn something that you've been doing for years, and you think you're gonna unlearn it in 15 minutes or something, I guess, or in a year.
Yeah, you go to a few marriage counseling sessions. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a good husband now. Like I'm gonna turn the switch off and I'm gonna be a good husband.
Oh, my mom said, tell them the Best Buy story. That's when I had got the 77 Impala. She told me she got me into getting a new car. Thanks, Mom, for talking me into getting a new car. I said, I love that car too, man. Sold that car. And the first thing I was going to do, I think I sold it for like $900, $800 or $900 to my cousin, which he got it repoed somewhere in Timbuktu somewhere. Who knows? But first thing I was gonna do, she said, "Where you finna go?" I'm finna go to Best Buy and buy some sound. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, how you gonna pay your insurance and sales tax or whatever? I'm like, man, I don't care about that. I'm finna go get some sound. I'm finna get these 212s. Yeah, I'm finna get these 212s, man. And boy, I was so hyped, boy. That's what she was telling me. You hear that, Mama? That's what she was telling me. Let me play it for you one more time. That's what she was telling me. Boy, I was so hot that day, man.
Yes, I got the money.
Too hot. Boy, and man, you realize when you get older, man, them old cheap 12s from Best Buy, man, I probably would have blew them things out in a couple months, man. Man.
but the Geek Squad guaranteed they weren't worth.
No, Geek Squad wasn't out back then. Geek Squad wasn't out back then. Yeah, this was like what, 2001, something like that. Yeah. Geek Squad wasn't even around yet. Yeah,
I think they came like 04, 05, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. So here's the next question right here. I think anybody definitely needs to hear this because you hear people always saying what their parents didn't do. At what point in a person's life is the parents no longer responsible for their choices and decisions? Like at what age do you think that, you got to start making your own decisions? It's not on nobody else. It's on you at that point.
Well, I was taught at 12. About 12.
Yeah, because people was having babies at 14, so you know what I mean. It's really on you. So, it's really, man. I don't know. From the moment you can really make conscious decisions, I got scars on me from mistakes I made. Same 6, 7, and 8. So I mean, I still got to deal with these scars, even though I'm technically still a child and I'm not accountable. I got so many scars from so many bad decisions I made before 12. So I think 12 is a good age where you're starting. I don't think you should be charged as an adult in a court of law, but you know what I mean. That's a good age.
What you do. You got to understand the law. That's another thing. I think accountability starts probably like 12 or 13. When you can match your clothes and put your clothes on and know what you're doing, and you can match your clothes and stuff, accountability pretty much starting at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you trying to rap to a girl. You know what you finna say to this girl. You rapping to a girl like, yeah, I know. You can start making conscious decisions. I think the responsibility from your parent. I think like right when you probably get about 9th, 10th grade, you really at a point to where you need to you making your own decisions on what you want to do day to day. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because you got to start choosing to live by your parents' rules. If you want the benefits of living with them, you got to go by their rules. Even though, you know what I mean, they say the male human brain is still developing in this 20, 25, 24, 25. So,
I mean, my mom, she was kind of like a Jedi master. She would tell me these rules, these golden rules and stuff, because she kind of let me figure out myself, kind of find who I was. Because, like I say, Dad, died when I was young. So by the time I got to that age, that's when we was like going to the hall of industry and stuff like that. And I was still working too. But she would always tell me like, look, if you go to jail, I'm not bailing you out. If you have a kid, I'm not paying for it. Or you get yourself in a crazy financial situation, I can't get you out of it. That was the triangle I was living by. That was my triangle offense I was living by, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And boy, and I still took that and ran with it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely. When you probably like around 15, definitely when you got more access to get more things, especially when you start driving and getting a car and everything, your access to stuff change. You know what I'm saying? You really got to be smart about making those decisions. And still not having nobody to talk to, you learn on the fly. Pretty much, you learn on the fly. Why don't you need to go over there? You know what I'm saying? Then you start figuring out like, yeah, I don't need to go over there. Even though I can drive over there, but I still don't need to go over there wherever there is. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, mine was like a drill sergeant. I was a drill sergeant. It's like, shit. Hey, man.
Like a drill sergeant.
Man. He was living in major pain.
Look, hey, man, you had to make up your bed. You had to do everything before you even left the house. You had to do everything.
My name is Major Williford Bang. Why your bed not made up?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to make your bed up? Let me help you make it up.
Man, hey, you got them parents that was raised by them folks in the army, man. You was drill sergeant in this house.
Hey, man, my mom didn't play no game. I remember when she used to help us wash our clothes. She said, oh, y'all don't want to get y'all clothes together? You wash your own clothes. You wash your own dishes. That was, I think we was about 12, 13 then? No. Yeah, I think I was in high school then. I think I was about junior high school then. She's like, I'm not washing y'all clothes. You can wash your own clothes. We got a washing machine and dryer right here. Go ahead and wash your own clothes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Because you gotta be taught responsibility. You can't just assume that, a kid will just be responsible on their own. Most of them won't. You got a select few. That's a minority of that will, but that's probably like, what, 2% out of about 98% of teens that'll be responsible on their own?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to start. You start making them be more self-sufficient, and the responsibility to grow. You know what I mean? When you start, you can't keep doing stuff for them. You gotta let them grow, and they'll say, "Hey, I can't wake up every morning and brush your teeth for you. I can't bathe. You know what I mean? Well, you used to bathe me when you was 3. You know what I mean? So, and it's really like that. Everything kind of you feed yourself now. You know what I mean? You can fix your own food, and that's when the accountability starts to come in. When you start doing more stuff for yourself, you have to start taking more responsibility for yourself as well.
Oh man, my mom showing out. She said my thing was if you didn't clean that room, put them in the same room. That way I know 2 rooms was going to be clean. My room and an empty room. That's so funny. Sound good.
Put them in there together. One place gonna be dirty.
Man.
And teach you a little life skill.
But that's the thing, right? It's like woman clean. It's like woman clean, then there's man clean. You know what I'm saying? It's like 2 different kind of cleans. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Most dudes don't dust. Like the average dude don't just go around with a Swiffer duster and dust.
Yeah.
That's a woman thing. I don't know. I'm not trying to be misogynistic, but I just didn't see too many dudes dust. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I know stuff was moved in my house. Like, oh, you know what? This part ain't been dusted. Somebody been touching my stuff right there. I know it's not. But some, when you dating, you see some women that really ain't clean. It's like, I'm not even gonna put my jacket down. I'm gonna stand up. I'm not gonna sit down.
Yeah, right. You're still figuring out how to score the touchdown. It may not be the ideal situation, but you still gonna figure out how to score the touchdown.
Hey, I'm with my jacket on. You know what I mean? Standing up. That's why I don't wear jackets now. If you see me, I don't wear jackets.
Boy,
I'm not
as light as possible.
I'm not trying to bring nothing else home. You know what I mean? I dated this one girl. It was roaches on the wall, and I could see them like gathered up behind the picture. You know what I mean? And it was just they were just crawling. And I was just like,
Did it stop you from scoring though?
Did you want to sit down? And I was like, hey, let's go.
Did it stop you from getting there?
Yeah, let's go to my house. You know what I mean. Leave your jacket in the car. You know, I can have roaches in the car. Matter of fact, don't bring your purse in my house. Just leave it. You don't need it. Just leave it. You know what I mean. Just your phone. Cause I don't want you to bring your purse roaches in my house. Like,
man.
You want some gum? You want some gum? Nah, not out your purse. Nah.
No.
Nah, I'm good.
Want some spaghetti? You want some spaghetti? Nah.
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 I think that piece of Parmesan is moving. I don't know about that.
Ready to die. Blade. Ready to die. Oh man, that's funny.
But that was hard trying to make that seem normal. You know what I mean? You don't want to eat now. Trying to,
no, the part is they know that it's there, but they trying to pretend like it's not because you there. It's like y'all
I'm trying to pretend.
No, you gotta pretend it's there because you still trying to score the touchdown. That's why you not gonna say nothing.
You know
in the red zone.
You trying to test my neck? I'm like, oh hey, yeah, I'm sorry. Thought that was something else.
I was telling wife we were watching football the other day. And I told her that's how it was when it's like this when you date. It's easy to score in the middle of the field, not score but get yards. But when you get in the red zone, that's when it get hard, man. You gotta because everything close. You throw the wrong pass. It could be a pick.
You won't be looking like Pete Carroll. You know what I mean? Like, oh man.
Boy.
And you only got 4 chances.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta be like Steve Spurrier, baby. Run that fade route 3 times, 3
Dude, running 3 times. We gonna left, right, left.
Hey man, I didn't know he talked about Bobby Bowden. They said, "What you think about playing Florida State?" Well, I know it's the FSU stands for Free Shoes University, right? But they got caught up in that scandal with Bobby Bowden.
There would be no Bobby Bowden slander.
Hey man, Steve Spurrier, they used to go at him and Bobby Bowden, man. They used to go at him, man.
That's crazy.
Man. All right, guys, let's go to the next topic. Money management. This is what Terrence sent me. Why is it so hard for our community to save, invest, and be generous? I can answer that, but I'll let y'all go first.
Most of us didn't grow up with nothing, so that's why.
Boy,
you trying to get stuff you didn't have back then. Then once you get it, you be like, "Dang, I probably shouldn't have spent that, but I wanted it."
Yeah, I know, right? Impulse.
With that point of view, it's 2 things that people do. They never had it, so they never want to let it go. So they're not generous. They're kind of more cheap. And then other people who never had it, they want to have all this stuff they see on social media. Like even us in the 90s and stuff like that. We want the rims, we want the sound, we want the clothes, we want the shoes because we never had it. You know what I mean? We could be living in our mama house. We getting the $600 checks. We gonna ball out every week or every 2 weeks when you get there. So when you start really getting money, and our communities not really trusting 2 big organizations, so that's why you don't see a lot of investing. We don't want to invest in stuff we can't see just to have the way we raise. Or I can give you $1,000, and if the stocks go right, you can bring me $2,000. That sounds shady. I don't want to invest.
That's a good point.
So all those things.
And then when you leave kids to their own vice, like we talked about earlier, and we talk about generous and being generous, most of the time, I'm gonna say 70% of guys. Most of the time, you use generosity as a tool in your toolbox, man, to try to get something out of somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? To get stuff done, you know what I'm saying?
And that's not generosity.
That's what they view it as, though. That's what they view it as, yeah.
That's transaction,
For sure. Because if a girl tell you, you're going to have to pay bills or something, what do most dudes think? Okay, that's the game you want to play. That's easy.
Exactly.
That's so easy a caveman could do it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, that leads to like really true generosity, like, tipping or charitable donations.
It is generous though. If you talk to a girl that's not pleasantly valued, I guess she's not viewed as pleasant. If you spend time with her, some people can view that as being generous. It's almost like you're giving back to charity, you know what I'm saying? Or, you're giving back to the community, I guess. Or if you take a girl out to
you
eat that ain't really had nothing.
You say you're doing her a favor by spending that kind of time with her.
Yeah. It's like the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You you fulfilling somebody's wish. I guess. I don't know.
Well, that could be what she's thinking about you. You know what I mean?
It could be. That's fine.
I don't really talk to guys like this, but you know what I mean? I think he's kind of nice. I'm going to throw him a bone.
Hey, when you're a football, like solid football, however you can get a touchdown sometimes when you're young, it's whatever, man. Either throw the deep ball or score in the red zone. Sometimes you get a 2-yard run. That's fine, too. You'll take it. However it comes. No easy basket. Sometimes the basket's easy. Sometimes you got to work for the basket. But guess what? You still got the basket, you know. How it work, man. I guess confidence comes with that, too. You got to have confidence to be able to think like that because some people, they can't take that. They be like, oh, man, they do think bad about me. But it's all about your confidence.
Yeah.
And I want to show you. Go ahead. What you about to say?
Then, like sometimes lack of confidence can lead to being overly generous because you think you have to do that, and it's not coming from a genuine place. You're using the fake generosity to compensate for your lack of confidence, personality, or charisma.
Yeah.
Drop one of
and then on the serious note, I know used to help a lot of people. I feel you, Bill. You said what?
Drop one of Clues bombs.
Drop one of Clues. I know when I was younger, though, when I first started driving, man, I think I used to get everybody rides to school, man, in the car, riding that 77, man. We used to straight be dipping in that thing. But then before I used to come pick up y'all, Peel, I used to take my little cousin to school. My mom would have me up at like 6 in the morning, probably about 5 or 6 in the morning. Then I go get my cousin, drop him off, then come over there, pick up 10, and Peel hop in some days if it's over his mom's house. Straight riding the McClellan, man, listen to Al Green or something.
What this young boy know about this?
Listen to all kind of stuff, man. And then next thing you know, that my song go. You remember that song, Peel?
What's that?
Bumping in the 77, probably the 2 6x9s, man. I listened to that. I was listening. Remember that Tupac song? You put me on. Did you have the CD? What you had the CD? That mixtape?
Probably
that Ghetto Star. That Tupac. That Ghetto Star.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we was thumping that. But yeah, man, he used to give people rides and all kind of stuff, man. It's pretty cool. And then when you be generous and don't expect nothing back, I think that's the thing too, dealing with our community. Some people be generous, like, why you being generous for it? Yeah, it's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know you like that, but you being generous, it's kind of weird. So here's the thing I was going to ask you about right here. What income range, this is what I had to realize, what income range allows you to be generous, to save and invest? Because to do all that at the same time, people don't realize how much that costs. Like, if you're making in that 15 to 30 range, you ain't going to be able to do all three of those at the same time.
You can be generous at any level. It's about the kindness of your heart. But you really
I'm talking about save and invest.
You know what I mean? You don't even have the time to be generous. You know, you're trying to, pay your bills, you know what I mean, working hourly wage just to make ends meet.
Yeah.
And then you try to eat. Before you can invest, you got to eat.
Yeah.
You gotta have
Boy, in the danger zone, boy. Yes, sir. Yeah. Cause I know being in that 15 to 30 when I was working the regular jobs, right? Working at the airport, working at Walmart, stuff like that, you like, man, you just trying to make it, man. You know what I'm saying? After you pay your taxes come out, you may have $700, $700 left over after taxes come out.
For
and
2
it's
weeks.
like, man, what you gonna do with that? Yeah, what you gonna do with that? I mean,
hey, and I ain't gonna front. I had the most fun when I was making 15 to 30.
I'm talking with no kids. If you ain't had no kids and stuff, sure. You did? Yeah.
But you had youth on your side too, you know what I mean? I'm old, I gotta buy my medications, you know what I mean?
How much Viagra cost now? How much Viagra costs? You ain't buying that fake Viagra. We know we had this story about that fake Viagra. So you over there, you over there living like Mario.
Get a power pellet, you know what I mean? You know, if I had that, I'm trying to get Hall of Fame numbers. You know what I mean? That boy performing enhancement drugs, right?
They said he averaged a triple-double. He said he averaged a triple-double, man. He power up like that, triple-double.
and that 15 to 30, yeah, it's not a lot of money. There's definitely not a lot of money in other places. But in Arkansas, you're all right. You doing all right.
You all right.
All right. That's why I say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, I'm definitely with you on that, Bill. You know, you can live life and start, really see happiness, and you can really do some things, with the proper budget. You may be able to take a vacation like once a year. You know what I mean? Maybe like a weekend and something like that, and have fun. You know what I mean? You can manage. That's manageable. Like so I understand.
If we had a class of kids. If we had a class of kids, what age do you think, like, you should start at that and then be trying to move up, like level up to the 30 to 50? We think probably about 17 to about 22 maybe, like ideal situation, and then try to move up to that 30 to 50.
I mean, it's like especially when we were growing up, like those salaries.
Because we didn't know. Because Lord, we didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But money went a long way. Went further, when we were younger. Now it's like mandatory that you kind of make those things. And you should I don't care what age it is, you should always be trying to, get to the next level.
Because here's the thing, right? They always tell you, they be talking about you should save and stuff, but people, you can't. It's hard to save when you're making that kind of money, still trying to live a regular life. It ain't like you're trying to live an overabundance, but I'm talking about just living. And the only way that you get to the point where you can save, you have to find a way to move up in the scale in a rapid way, not like super fast, but fast enough to where you go from that 15 to 30, or you get like in a certificate or an apprenticeship, you move into that 30 to 50. You know what I'm saying? And then you get your journeyman. Now you starting to get in the 50s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's
in another 5 or 10 years, 50,000 not gonna be a whole lot of money if it's not like that now with inflation.
Oh yeah, I mean, but like if you're according to men and women on the podcast, the podcast people, what I mean. You gotta to even get a woman or get married, you gotta be making 100. You know what I mean? 6 figures. To even
they don't even realize how much it take. Yeah, they don't even realize how much it take to get to 100.
But the 100, you know what I mean, according to social media, is the minimum you can make to be considered average. Average is 100,000 according to social media, because you
know what I say. You know what I say to girls who want to date a dude that's making that kind of money, 100 and above. They just want to start out there and do it like that.
I mean, look, I don't see a problem with women having a standard, or men. If that's what you want a woman that makes $100,000, that's your prerogative. You know what I mean? But we're saying, we're talking about the
level. There's nothing wrong with your standard, but the results of your standard. What do you expect to meet a guy that's making what kind of lifestyle are you expecting to make some? If you ever met somebody making that kind of money and above, it's not just a regular 9 to 5 life. I wish people would understand that. Like, the people that I've met working in IT that's making that kind of money, like CTOs or whatever, or vice chancellors or whatever, man, they are, if you're not at work, you in meetings. If you're not in meetings, you're doing like engagements and stuff like that. And you're probably getting paid for stuff like that. You're always kind of doing something. There's not a lot of idle time, you know what I'm saying? But people think you're going to make 100,000, you're going to work 9 to 5, get off at 5, and then it's, family time. From what I've been seeing, it's not like that, but maybe somebody knows something I don't, you know what I'm saying? But, and to get to 100,000, to start from Southwest, to start from McClellan, graduate, and get to 100,000, how much of an uphill climb is it going to be?
Yeah, and while I'm taking travel assignments or working a lot of overtime to get that. Like, you know, this is your standard rate of pay. That just doesn't happen. You work 9 to 5 and you get that money. So
because there are people that's from Southwest that is at their level, but they took a different path probably than everybody else because they either kind of had the exposure to know what to do, or they had the support system to kind of guide them in the right direction. Like, you really need to go to school and get a master's degree in something that makes sense, not in, like, you know, basket weaving Scandinavian or whatever. I don't know, but, you know what I'm saying, some kind of MBA or something.
And having parents in position as well is kind of like, you know, your parents are in that position. They can really guide you to be in that position as well. You know what I mean? You got college graduate parents. Each one of your parents make $100,000 a piece. You're going to be in more position because they're going to like show you kind of where to go. But then you're thinking about 15 to 30. You're trying to save, right? But you can't.
Go ahead.
You can't really even spare $100 to save. And then what is $100 saving? You know what I mean? At the end of the year, you really don't really have much. And it hurts you to save that $100. You know what I mean? You don't really have this lump sum of savings, even though it was hurting you. And investing, sometimes the best you can do is invest in yourself, and that's going to school and things like that, and that'll pay off later. But you take loans to get that. So
that's a great point. That's why we're making this podcast. We're trying to get people to change their mentality on understand on how to attack life, because to move up this scale is not easy to do, and there's gonna be some uncomfortable times. You got to be able to endure the uncomfortable to get to being comfortable, in my opinion, anyway. But because if the earlier you can do it, the better off you'll be. But some people are like, nah, I don't see the point in going to school. Okay, I get it. But the climber is going to be that much greater. From my experience anyway, the climber is that much greater, especially trying to get out of that 30 to 50 range.
And that's the thing, right?
Go ahead.
When you look at stuff, looking at it from a young perspective, you don't realize stuff, right? And you can't, an older person or mentor can't make you realize something. Realization is a conclusion you have to come to yourself. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I got a lot of good advice that I just didn't see as good advice at the time. You know what I mean? I had to come to that realization myself. And like Mike said, the sooner you come to that, the better.
So here's the thing. I understand the realization part, right? But what I'm saying is, if we had a center, we brought the kids in there, we showed them about what money means, what it is to work every 2 weeks, look at your check, break down the money, what you have left over. This is what life can be for you if you don't make or have a strategy. Now, I can give you the information. I can lead you to water. I can't make you drink it, but I can give you the information. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about give it to you so you can understand. Now, if you don't want to realize it, I understand that, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to give them the information, because
at least
what they don't what they don't understand is that 15 to about the top end of 50, that range is a lot of people living in Southwest in that range.
Yeah, I'm
a lot of people living in that range. Go ahead, Pill. What you about to say?
I'm gonna add on to what y'all said. Like when we was coming up, true enough, most people went to college, but you know, it took a person which was my grandmother's boyfriend at the time. He just spent 15 years in the joint. This is what he told me. He was like, what you doing with your life? I'm like, man, I wasn't doing nothing but sitting around smoking. That's it. He said, man, go get a trade or something. I was like, a trade? What this? What you mean by that? It's like, man, go get a trade, something that you can build. You can get that certificate and you do whatever you want to do. I said, forget, I'm gonna be a CNA. Ain't too many men in that field. It wasn't too many.
No.
But I wasn't going to get a trade. I was just going because there was a number of women in there.
But I mean, look, but that's a skill. That's a skill set. That's a license.
Boy,
that's a certification. That's something they can't take away.
Always need nursing.
Yeah.
No.
And the crazy part about it, I completed, worked it, but I was like, man, this ain't what I want to do. This is not what I want to do.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, but that's a good point too. Like, you need to do that to figure out what you don't want to do. It push you to finding out what you do want to do. So I think that's a very, very important step. Getting that CNA license, getting the trade, working in that trade, looking around and saying that's not for me. That's something everybody needs to go through to grow.
But sorry about that.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
But what did nobody tell me was, it's like, now working in the nursing home is like one of the worst ones. I was like, I wish somebody would have told me that. Then I would have elevated even more and went to be an RN or a doctor or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because nursing homes spoil the experience for you for working in healthcare.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why eventually I want to do that, have a center so you can talk about the pros and cons of these different career fields. That's the thing kids don't know about. It's so many different career fields that all they think is Walmart, Amazon, and stuff like that. Then you see them complaining on social media. But they don't realize there's so many different career fields out there, man. It's unreal. And Little Rock. But if you don't know about it, you won't even explore it. You don't even know what to explore. Like when we talking about CNA, if somebody would have told him, dude, you want to be a CNA in high school, you want to be a CNA, do you want to stick people with needles? Do you want to see things? Do you want to see things you ain't never saw before? Yeah. Like the real Law and Order. You want to see that stuff, somebody, they got shot by her gauge in real life. You want to see what that look like? You know what I'm saying? The arm look like hamburger meat because he got shot with the AK. You want to see what that look like in real life? I'm saying like real stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
you want to go?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Phil.
And the best part about it, which is still like one of the hardest part, is when people, the older people, they just drop them off, never come back.
Yeah.
And then you gotta make friends with them. Like,
at the nursing home, yeah.
That breaks your heart.
And then another thing too, right? I don't know if it's a culture thing, but a lot of times dealing with people in our culture that's older than us, they don't even tell you about salaries and stuff like that. They don't tell you how much they make. They don't tell you none of that. They just tell you go to school and stuff. They don't tell you, dude, by this age, you need to be looking and making this much money by this age. You know what I'm saying? You don't really get that kind of stuff.
And a lot of them are do as I say, not as I do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're just supposed to be doing it on the strength because I told you to.
Yeah. Because you don't even know what $50,000 is at 17. You don't even understand what that is. Like
$50,000 at 17, you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? What I'm saying, and that's the kind kids can actually get to that point earlier, but you got to have a strategy to get there. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. We're trying to push.
But see, a lot of people they see these YouTube sensation. I can be the next Ryan toy review. You know what I mean? I can make $24 million a year. You know what I mean? Just playing with toys or reviewing Lego sets or things like that. And that can be me. That can be my skill set. You know what I mean? Right. Which college classes I take to make $1 million a year? Which one is it? You know what I mean?
You take business, understand and learn how to run business on the back end. I think that's something that you probably can learn. Like, and people don't realize that. There's like you want to go into business, but you don't have any kind of idea of how the back end work. And I'm saying you can't do it, but if you can take a lot of the front end learning off, if you could take a lot of that off and have that kind of already kind of instilled, I think it'll make things a little bit easier, in my opinion, anyway. You can learn it on the front end instead of trying to go into business and you get screwed over 10 times before you learn, like, dang, you know what? If I would have known this before I got into business, it would have helped out a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, but what do I know?
And that's crazy because we went to the #1 business school. And it was number of like 1 or 2 teachers that really taught business. Literally.
Miss Stuckey didn't teach business?
No, man, she taught me how to tighten up. She taught me how to tighten up and how to keep a perfect afro.
No, Miss Brown, she was a business teacher. She was pretty cool, but it's the students, man. I mean, man, we used to, man. It's hard to teach when it take you 30 minutes to get your class under control. Now you only got about 5 minutes left of class. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I'm just being honest, bro. Yeah. I'm just saying, when you go back to that time, some of those classes, it'd be a roasting session for like 20 minutes, man, before the teacher can either get it to stop. I mean, it's like Showtime be the Apollo or something.
Not me. I was a good student. I don't care what y'all say. I was a good student.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying what I saw. You know what I'm saying? Some teachers, man, they almost have a mental breakdown, bro.
But you're talking about accountability. So, like, how much of that was, your fault? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, sure.
Putting that on the teacher is.
I'm not putting it on the teacher. I'm just telling you what happens. I'm not putting it on the teacher at all. I'm just telling you what happens. It's like you plan to have a good day. You got the teaching lesson planned out, but what you didn't account for is the human interaction. You know what I'm saying? Kids that they don't do this kind of stuff at home. It's easy to come to school and play student, but what happens when the kid go home? What do they face when they go home? Just like Westgate, right? You go to school. You go to science class, but then when you go back to Westgate, what is it? It's WWF.
Yeah.
Get powerbombed on somebody's car. That's the kind of stuff. Y'all not doing homework. Y'all can say y'all are. That's the homework. Put somebody in the figure 4 leg lock, you know what I'm saying, on the playground.
Sorry for all the power bombs and the stinger flashes, people. You know what I mean? It was a different time.
And that's what we got to change, man. We got to change that mentality. Even, like, keep their minds primed up on leveling up, even when they're at home, you know what I'm saying? But here's the next one. I ain't typed that wrong. What was it like when you first got your own place?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Depressing. You know what I mean? The first, I think it was the second of the month, when they auto draft your rent. Jesus. Like you think you got some money. I think my first rent was like, well, my first time paying rent was like, was low budget, like I think it's $400. But then my next rent, by yourself rent was like $750 or something like that. I didn't really make that much. You know what I mean? Taking something, and then they ain't done. Like you still gotta pay water, the internet, and you know what I mean, stuff like that. I think we can do it. I am my brother. I don't think we need the internet. You know we need the internet.
Boy, trying to cut costs any way he can. Yeah.
I'm like, well, you get the internet, I use yours. Like,
man, that's crazy.
But I just remember that just that sinking feeling, because you're an adult and you start making money and you want your account balance to look a certain way, and being first of the month, that just hits, and being car insurance hit, car note hit, and feeling like adult really gets physically depressing. Like you can feel it in your chest. I've been working all week, and they just came by in one day and just took that. So
I can't talk about the whole story. I think we'll have to make a whole podcast, probably one day, episode about the story. But I remember my mom got married. I think I was somewhere in the 20s, 19, 20, 21, somewhere in there. Maybe 19, but she got married, getting ready to move to Malvern. And she said, so you got it? I was like, oh, you finna actually let me live here? Of course, I had to get some roommates. I couldn't afford it on my own. If I could afford it on my own, I would have really got in trouble, for real. But was it me, fam, and BJ? I asked them if they want a roommate together. They was like, yeah, let's do it. And she's like, you got it? I'm like, yeah, I got it. I think the whole rent then was like $900 with everything, utilities and everything. So we was paying her like $300 a piece a month, something like that. And boy, let me tell you, like I said, I don't even think we have no time. I can't even talk about. I just felt like Bill Belichick. It's the Patriot way. I'm just gonna say it like that. It's time to play. It's time to play, man. You know what I'm saying? But and then I think I was working at Red Cross then, so I could pay the $300, but I think when I would pay it, I would only have like maybe $200 left over. But I already had the car and the rims by then. All that kind of stuff was kind of established. So at that point now, it's just a house. But you know what's crazy? I really didn't have a lot of people come over to the house though. Even, you know what I'm saying? We just didn't have a lot of people hang. I guess I just raised like that. You just don't have a lot of people come over to your house.
Yeah.
But definitely was cool having your own space though, because it kind of show you who you are when you have your own space. You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, and indifferent. But yeah, we definitely have to make a whole episode.
Them roommates is totally different. Hey, everybody got your stuff together. You know what I mean?
It's actually cool because we was at the same place at the same time. Nobody really ever had their stuff together. It was okay. Yeah. Everybody kind of, you know what I'm saying? But you know, and you know, me and BJ. Oh my man, like I say, we had. I might have asked if we want to come on here, man. We can't talk about it.
You gotta plead the fifth on a lot of stuff.
Oh man, you gotta plead the fifth, man.
My first place, it was lovely. Yeah, I wouldn't believe how lovely it was. I was in a 2-bedroom duplex.
Oh, that's what's up.
Next door to grandma.
Oh,
that's what's up. Oh man, you chilling, boy. Still got breakfast. Still got the meals on Sunday, man. You good?
Hey, next door to the house I grew up in. I'm telling you, hey, next door. Look,
boy, that's what's up.
Rent was number $250.
Jesus, man.
Man.
Like, take me back.
Take me back. Hey, I ain't have to buy no furniture. She just gave me all this stuff. Grandpa gave me the bed. Hey, man. And I'm... Shoot, man. Hey, it was crazy. You smell it like... What's she over there cooking? Just walk across the yard.
Boy, yes, sir. For real. But yeah, man, even like I say, they're managing money, you realize how much money that you don't got when you get your own place. You realize what money really means, start meaning to you, you know what I'm saying? You start paying bills. If I buy this, I might not be able to pay the rent, so maybe I don't need to buy that, you know what I'm saying?
Boy.
My mom didn't show me no slack. She's like, I don't care what you better have that 300.
It was that money, like, money management. You gotta learn the money.
Yeah, man, for real.
It's like, give your mom some money. Can I buy? I'm gonna give you 300, mama, but can I borrow 50?
Boy. All right, now we're finna get into the pick one. Let me know what you think. Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society?
Menace to Society.
Boys in the Hood was definitely a classic. Had more stars, but entertainment and relatability, I would to capture the moment in time. I would definitely go Menace to Society.
Yeah, which one was more realistic to you? That kind of represented kind of what we were seeing growing up. Which one you think was kind of more close? Especially like going to Dunbar, like what, 90, 90 96, 97, 90. Menace to Society probably was the close. Like Menace to Society kind of remind you of kind of like the South End, kind of East End somewhere, 21st Street, something like that.
Nah, that mother, that's Highland Court right there.
Boy, he said it.
Highland Court, boy.
They had to tear that thing down, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Boys in the Hood kind of was. It's like, I guess that's like the better way of telling the story.
Mm-hmm.
Menace to Society was more raw. That's kind of how it really was going down. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but that what's his name? Furious.
Which one?
Talking that gentrification stuff. It was way ahead of their time.
Oh yeah, you talking about on Boys in the Hood? Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
But that was the truth though.
All right, next one. We got Hulk Hogan. Or we got Stone Cold.
To me, no contest. I'm going Stone Cold all the way. Entertaining matches, really, really good promos. Stone Cold all the way.
Stone Cold.
I'm going Hulk Hogan.
Oh, you going Hulk, baby?
I'm going Hulkamania, baby.
Man.
Boy, he was Balco before Balco, man. That dude was huge, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, it's like, how do you get that big in like the 80s, man? Like people wasn't even that big.
I think that was more genetic. Sometimes, like your genetics, when you got the genetics and then you just add that to it, it just go to a whole nother. Kind of like Ronnie Coleman, man. Sometimes dudes just got the genetics for steroids. I guess you got the genetics for it. Cause some dudes got genetics for it, but they don't get that big. But some dudes just go unreal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of sad seeing him now on Facebook, man, because he just a shell of himself now because he older, but man, he still be trying to flex, but he just don't look the same.
He really had us taking vitamins and stuff. Yeah, eat your vitamins, brother. I was like, man, what?
Hulk Hogan, you take some Hostomaniac vitamins, brother.
And say your prayers at night. Oh, okay. I'm listening to Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna eat my.
But I ain't gonna lie though, I like Hulk Hogan, but Stone Cold, man. I thought Hulk Hogan was big, but Stone Cold though, boy. Oh, wrong one.
But Stone Cold
Cold
man,
though.
That 316, Austin 316.
When he beat Jake the Snake, man, when he first did it, Austin 316, man, I just kicked you.
What nobody
level,
say.
man.
Nobody
He was simple. He just had the vest and the black tights when he first came out.
Do you know
Now when he got older though, it was a little different when he got older. When he had the 2 knee braces on, he kind of be. He had to wear the blue jeans shorts and the t-shirt. He still was out there stunning dudes though.
Man, what nobody
when
say with the stunner, man.
What?
When he stunned.
I remember one month he was stunning 6 or 8 people a night. You know,
hey, the best one when he used to stun Vince McMahon though. That's the best one. When Vince McMahon like he's having a seizure, he go boom, and this man be on the ground like. And The Rock, he used to sell the stunner a lot too. When he stunned him, and then he bounced off the ground. That was pretty cool.
Fun history fact. His move really wasn't a stunner at first. It was the sleep.
What was it called?
the $1 Million Dream.
It sure was a $1 Million Dream. You're right. It was a $1 Million Dream. You're right. Because he was with the $1 Million Man when he first came out. Because he had the $1 Million belt. I got to get that belt one.
He was stunning Steve.
Stunning Steve. There you go.
Stunning Steve, yeah.
And then he lost all
when he had hair. Yeah, he looked better bald than he do with hair, man. Sad to say. So who you think had the better rivalry, him and Kurt Angle or The Rock and Triple H?
Rock, Triple H.
Rock and Triple H.
That was fun. I mean, especially when the Nation of Domination versus DX, you know what I mean? They used to roast each other. So, but see, Stone Cold had so many good rivals. Him and The Rock was good.
Bret Hart, him and Bret Hart probably was the best. Him and Bret Hart, and the other one too, Brian Pillman. You remember when he went out to do a house was whooping everybody in the yard?
Wasn't they teammates at first?
No, I think when they was younger they were Flying Brian when they was in the WCW.
Yeah, that was.
You might feel.
When he broke his ankle and then sent him to the house. And he went out to his house and then Brian put out that gun. Then they made the string go out. That was pretty funny, man.
That was Brian Pillman.
I think it was Brian.
Yeah. He was Flying Brian in WCW, I think, though. He wasn't Brian Pillman in WCW, I think. But I don't think they was teammates in WWF, though. He kind of was solo in WWF. Yeah. All right, so here's the next one. Go to the next slide real quick. Sam's Club or Costco?
I haven't really been to Costco's that much, but I like Sam's Club. Give me a slice of pizza and a hot dog. I'm good.
Yeah.
You don't get a chili dog? You don't get the chili, man?
Yeah, you know, I gotta put some stank on it.
Blake.
Shout out to Sam's Club.
Ready to die.
Who you go with, Peel?
I'll go with Sam's Club.
You got a Costco. I thought you liked Costco.
I love Costco though.
Costco just far out. I mean, man, it seems like it's not that far till you start driving. You like, man, it's like I'm making a migration to go out to Costco, man. I'm not going all the way out there, man. It seems like Sam's Club is like, as soon as you get out the freeway, you right there. You know what I'm saying?
It's just the Costco here. The Costco in Texas, way different. Yeah. Way different. Yeah.
But then you go to Sam's. They used to do it back then a lot. They used to always have some kind of snack vendor making something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you walk around the store.
They always get samples on Saturdays.
Yeah, Is that winning on Saturdays?
Yep.
But it ain't like it used to be though. It's like they may have like 1 or 2, but it used to be like all around the store when we was
They
younger.
still do.
They still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Costco too.
Oh, they do it at Costco too?
Costco is more for like if you want to eat healthier. That's it.
Yeah. So who you got? Vince Carter or Dominique Wilkins?
I think Dominique was before my time. I was going to go jumping ability and dunk, so I was going to go Vince.
I like both, man. Dominique, man, dude. I don't know if he just knew how to position his body in the air when he dunked. It's like he sold the dunk, man. But when Vince Carter dunked over that dude in the Olympics, though, that pretty much sealed the deal, man. Ain't nobody beat Vince Carter. That's the picture when he dunked on the dude.
Yeah.
When he dunked on the dude in the Olympics, man.
Yeah.
I remember he did. That's before social media. If he would have had Twitter back then, dude would have broke Twitter, man. And somehow it went viral back then. Dude was talking about that in high school. I remember when he did. Man, you see Vince Carter, he dunked on the dude in the Olympics, man.
Yeah, how did stuff go viral back then? Like, that's crazy.
It did.
Yeah, word of mouth. Word of mouth, man.
Yeah, that's how it went viral. Word of mouth. Boy, you see that boy jump over, dude?
Because you remember And One went viral back then before internet really was around, but people still was trying to find it on YouTube, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like ESPN was like a show Vince Carter dunk. Like, I'm going to watch Sports Center to see that was in the top 10.
Did they show that on Sports Center? That dunk? I don't know if they really showed that on Sports Center a lot of nights.
It would have been, it was the top 10 for like a couple weeks.
Hey, believe it or not, they was showing it on NBC. Like, they showed that more about 4 or 5 times.
Hey, man, Dominique Wilkins, man, that dude, man.
Bring back the NBA on NBC. Bring it
back. Like, you can,
I tried to find that music. I couldn't find that sound effect, bro. To make it a sound effect. I tried to find it, but I can't find it. When I find it, I'm going to grab it, though. I couldn't find it. I think I'm going to have to go with Dominique. I like Vince Carter, too, but Dominique, man, I used to watch Jordan and Dominique, but, man, in the game, dude, it's just something about how he used his body. I don't know. He just sold the dunk, man. It was crazy.
It was the stuff he used to do. It was the power behind the dunks.
And then he had that uncle kind of body. He wasn't ripped up. He wasn't buff. But he had that uncle kind of lip when he walked, like the uncle that wear the sweatsuit with them Nikes, but straight dunking on dudes though, man. Well, yeah, Dominique was cold, man.
Yeah, he definitely tucked his jacket in his jeans in his sweat. He definitely tucked it in with a gold.
I already did though. That's old. I already did Iceman. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys. We're gonna round it out with that, man. Anything else I want to talk about, man, before we get up out of here?
Yeah. Let's talk about RJ Barrett.
Oh, we can talk about that for my computer start freezing up. We got about 15 minutes before I start doing it. Oh, you good. I got about 1:30, it's going to start freezing up. Man, RJ Barrett, I mean, you go to Toronto, man. He ain't got no expectations, man. But shout out to RJ Barrett. He playing good right now. But New York, you know, in New York, though, man, it's hard playing in New York, man. Everybody looking at you, the media. Yep. You think the media your friend?
That man was your friend. My friend, huh? Yeah. Tell me why. Because he knows my first name?
The media sell you out quick, man. He thought Julius Randle was his friend.
That man was your friend.
No, we ain't gonna start.
Because he knows my first name?
You know who New York need to get, though? You know who they need to get? They need to get a dude from the Cavaliers who tried to go there, but they like hated on him to Utah. Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, that's what they need to get.
Where, in New York?
Yeah, have him play with Brunson, the backcourt with Brunson. What?
Boy, they gonna run that boy up out of
there. He'll ball out. He'll ball out of New York. He balling out for the Cavaliers.
They gonna run that boy up out of there.
RJ Barrett, man, I think going to Toronto was better for him. He need to go to a team like that. Because the expectations are super low. They're like, man, just go out there and play, man. Just see what you got this season. Then we'll come up with a game plan for you next season. So, yeah, but he out there powering up, man. He dunked on somebody from the Raptors, right? The highlights, he dunked on somebody. Pretty cold with it, man.
You know, RJ Barrett, he a rapper too, so.
But man, it's like playing for the Wings, the AAU team. Then it's like playing for the neighborhood AAU team. You know, the outreach team. You go to the outreach team, you can just do what you want to do. It's just go out there and run and play. But the Wings, you got to know what you're doing, man. You ain't finna go out there and just you ain't gonna. You gonna find you don't blend in real fast. You know what I'm saying? So. I think that's kind of what it was. Now he playing for that outreach AAU team, you know what I'm saying? The local church AAU team. So you can do what you want to do, man. You look great on that team.
Yeah.
But that dude, though, Anthony Edwards, that's what we need to be talking about. That dude baller.
That's my favorite dog.
Man, boy. I was looking at the highlights. Dude, he rolls up on somebody in the lane. He ran down the middle, just rolls up. I was like, man. He rolls up like Bisquick on him, man. He straight dunked on it, dude. The Timberwolves, they got the best record right now? Or is it the Celtics got the best record? I know they got the best record in the West, the Timberwolves.
Oh, yeah.
Who y'all think will win the Super Bowl? That's who y'all. I think Lamar Jackson, he could possibly win it this year. He got to get past Mahomes. If he could beat Mahomes, they probably going to win Super Bowl.
Yeah, man, that's a really good gatekeeper. I think whoever win out of them is going to really win it. But it's kind of crazy the domination of these good teams. Like, you know, Dallas got sent home, Philadelphia too, and they were supposed to be really good. That's crazy.
You see Michael Irvin? I can't believe what I saw. If you don't want to play, you need to go home. Get rid of all of them. Michael Irvin, boy, was 22 hot, boy. I love some Michael Irvin, boy.
It's just crazy to play. The Dallas Cowboys was last couple of years, they're lacking consistency, right? And they got that problem fixed, and then they lose in the playoffs at home.
Mike McCarthy is not a good coach, bro. He was the product of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. They made him look good. And being up under Mike Sherman, I don't think he's a good coach. That's just my opinion. I think when you have good players like that, they make you look better than what you are. But then now he playing for a team where he got a coach. It's starting to show that he really.
No, I think he was a perfect coach for the team. Like Jerry Jones needs a coach like Mike McCarthy. Like Bill Belichick wouldn't fit in under.
No, he wouldn't
Bill
fit
Belichick.
in.
He needs somebody like Mike McCarthy that will go along with him and, you know, let him do his Jerry Jones thing.
Did you see that Cam Newton 4th and 1? He was talking about that. He said Jerry Jones should step down from GM, just be an owner, and get Bill Belichick and let him be the coach and GM. And you'll see a total different team. I'm pretty sure, but Jerry Jones ain't gonna do that though.
But the thing that Bill Belichick.
Why would I hire Bill? Man, why would I do that? I'm the GM. I make all the big bucks.
Can you imagine what Bill Belichick can do with the defense like that? You know what I mean?
Well, what I said, yeah, he got Happy Gilmore back. Then he got Mikey run that 3-4. How Mikey coming off the edge? What? Mm-hmm. Boy,
and get him more discipline, more sound, more fundamental, and kind of work with him like that. You know what I mean?
If I'm in Las Vegas, I'm going to get Bill Belichick though. If I'm Vegas, I'm going to get him.
Yeah, I would.
But they got Antonio Pierce. I forgot about that. They got Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, I mean,
they're probably not going to do that.
When you play Madden and stuff like that, skill, he's an ex-player, got good charisma, got good motivation. But, you know, he had, you know, I'm a Raiders fan myself. He hasn't just really been doing enough. He don't have the prestige of a Bill Belichick. But I think, you know, I think he'll do good, though.
Yeah. So what about you, Pill? Who you think will win the Super Bowl this year, bro?
Green Bay Packers. Go, Pack, go.
Man, you think they're going to beat San Francisco?
I'm a Packers fan, too, but you know what I mean?
You think they're going to beat San Francisco?
Oh, yeah. Now it's going to be Lambeau West.
Okay.
What?
I think they can get, you know, San Francisco with coaching, but, like, whoever comes out on that other side is going to be a beast. The quarterback play coming from the other side,
look,
not that good. Jordan Love, I mean, C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love probably the most consistent, I guess, so far. You know what I'm saying? Just it's the experience. Do they have enough experience to, you know?
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. You know, other side, like you got Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson.
What happened to Jalen Hurts, man?
That finger. I told you.
They said he's a game manager. It came out just a game manager.
That thing. I told y'all. I said that finger on his throwing hand.
Yeah.
That hurt. That hurt him. That hurt him. That finger, boy, man, you throwing that ball on your middle finger. That hurt.
Yeah.
Boy.
I told you he was throwing up the west side. That finger was hurt. That finger was hurt. I said, man, it was over.
Got one big finger.
Cause I don't think Tampa Bay. I don't think they playing against. Who they playing against? Who Tampa Bay playing against? I think they gonna lose.
Detroit. I think it's Detroit.
Yeah, I think Detroit, man. They got the momentum, man. I think they may win that game. I like Fogel. Is it Foles? Nick Foles? Who's the quarterback for them?
Fogel? That's the game I think is most. I think that's the game that's most up for grabs. But the favorite's been losing. Like, Dallas got kicked out of there. Like the Eagles, you know what I mean? They got get up out of there.
Kansas City Bills game gonna be a good game. If they both playing on all cylinders, that's gonna be a good game, bro. Yeah. Jared Allen, he actually been playing sucky, but he showed out that last game. He ran the ball in for a touchdown. He ain't even that fast.
Josh Allen?
I think Josh Allen. I think when it's that cold, man, nobody wants to tackle. It's hard to tackle when it's that cold, man. It's hard to thump somebody, man.
It's hard.
Everything hurt. Everything hurt when it's that cold, man.
If what's his name? Who was that?
Who?
If Patrick Mahomes come out there with a long sleeve shirt on, it's gonna be a long night.
Patrick Mahomes can ball out in negative. Was it negative what in KC?
Yeah, it felt like they said it was negative.
That Buffalo
like 27.
That Buffalo.
If he could throw the ball in the Kansas City, windy like that and cold, I know he can ball out in Buffalo if he on top of the
man, all these teams, like I thought the Dolphins was gonna do better, and they got packed up.
I already told you. I said no. It's a wrap.
It's hard to run cold when it's cold outside. It's hard to be a speed demon when it's cold outside, bro. Now, if they was in Miami, he probably would have smoked them, but they weren't in Miami. That's what happens when you don't get home field advantage, man. You got to know why home field advantage is important, and that's why.
But that was their home field advantage, and
them boys they gonna go up there to Buffalo. And it's about 10 or 15 feet of snow. And
Buffalo is terrible. They don't need to play in the winter, like in there, like this.
Dude, do y'all know how cold it was in Kansas City? It was cold, man.
Yeah,
it was cold.
Man, Tua was like, it's cold out here, man. I can't play in this. Tua was like, I gotta go home, man. I can't play in this.
But I don't care. Buffalo gonna definitely have snow.
Yeah, Buffalo there for sure.
It's gonna be cold.
I think Mahomes gonna pull that out though.
Hey,
I want to see him, Mahomes. Go ahead. What say, Bill?
Man, them boys ain't got no long sleeve. They just out there just with pants and jersey.
Because Green Bay field's heated, right? Ain't Green Bay field? Are they field heated? Green Bay field?
What?
They feel still heated, right? Green Bay field. I think they feel got like a boiler up under it or something. It's like a heated field.
That's cold up there. That's different.
But I'm saying you can see the steam. But you can see the steam coming off the field when they playing though. You can see the fumes coming off the field.
Man, it's cold.
That's why a lot of dudes playing short sleeves.
Ain't
they feel is heated.
It's colder. It's colder.
Still cold, but I'm saying they say they feel is heated though. It's like under the ground, like the ground be warm.
Yeah, probably on the home side. On the home side.
The home side.
But they switch fields. They switch the whole field because they switch sides. There's no home side.
No, I mean the bench stay the same. Where the benches is, it stay the same.
Yeah. Who you think? You still think the Celtics gonna win the championship? You think they're still looking good?
Who?
The Celtics.
No, I ain't picking down one of them.
I know you happy. They was talking about AD played better, but it's against Dallas. They don't even got no big man.
Here's this dude. We ain't gonna start this night.
They got to get rid of Pelinka. I made a video yesterday. They got to get rid of Pelinka, man. Pelinka got to go, bro. He got to go. He got to go.
But he knocking off Jenny, so I ain't got no dog in there.
Like Magic Johnson.
You want to be making moves on the street.
He saw this.
Allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you spot the heat around the corner.
He spotted there with Pelinka. He got on up out of there, man.
I think
Pelinka gets some of the wackest players, man. God, he gets some of the. I think, man. Go ahead.
The Lakers are only gonna go as far as D-Lo play, man.
Yep, that's true. You took it right in my mouth. Yeah, D-Lo got to step up. he got to be that third guy, man.
He thought he was about to get traded. He probably was.
Huh?
He thought he was about to get traded.
I'll trade him. I would have traded him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But you want to be saved. Don't trade me. I want to be saved. I really do, man. But all right, guys, finna get ready to get up out of here. Just glad y'all able to come on. Appreciate y'all for able to come on.
Yeah.
And
So,
let us know. Go ahead. What about to say, Peter?
Sorry, I had to cut off the video. You know how big Uncle is.
Oh, you good?
I'm
You
all
good?
good.
Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Let us know how we doing. We need to get our engagement up. I think we had like 177 on YouTube or somewhere in there. Subscribers.
Appreciate that.
Follow us on Facebook. Keep watching. Keep helping us grow. And help us get to 1K subscribers so we can start breaking down the bread, man, when they come in. So, and then we can invest and actually get a real studio for real somewhere in Little Rock. Then we can just have everybody from Southwest come through that thing. You know what I'm
We
saying?
just meet up at John's house. Turn this spot up.
Nah, man. We homebodies, man. We don't do that, man. Everybody can't come to the manger. Man.
John gave that shrug like, nah.
No, I mean, no. Hey, look, y'all all welcome. You know what I mean?
I think when it warm up, though, man, we got to find some places to meet up at, though, in the city, man. Some people that go support some black businesses or something that let us record there.
But yeah, and I can
figure it out, man.
And I can make some space in my office, you know what I mean, for y'all. So, you know.
It's like your office seemed big till you got 3 people in there, then you start realizing how much space we take up. just me and you sitting in there, you realize how much space we take up sitting by each other. You're like, man, we some big dudes. When I go back and look at the old podcast, I be like, man, we some big dudes. Oh man. It's like the outsider. It's like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash sitting in the regular room on the table. Oh man. But all right, guys, we're gonna get ready to sign out this thing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button, and we are signing out.
Yes, sir.